Okay. So let's go through these. And listen, like I said, like yesterday, we literally did not get as far as I liked because of homework. So what we're going to do today is we're going to work through these. So today we should pretty much get everything out of it. Today I'm looking for at least 80% of you to be walking out of here and being able to do a metric conversion from a prefix to a prefix.
Just a reminder to send those counts. You can send it via text like we've been doing. Some of you put it on your lunch count, that's fine, but please remember to go ahead and send that count.
So what we're going to do is we're going to work through these things, and we're going to make sure that you guys are comfortable and you feel good about them. You got to be able to do some metric conversion. So I heard David talking about it. This first one absolutely is the easier one, and I did that for a reason. The second one is harder, and I did it for a reason. Everything I give you has a purpose behind it. So the first one, we want to follow the rules. So you got those 5 rules I gave you. Clearly you can see the 5 rules are not on my board because my 5 rules are here in my head. That's where I need you to be able to get yours. This is brand new to you, so you may still need to look at the rules and follow through them, and that's fine. I just want you to breathe, take your time, let's work through it. So let's look at the first problem. Step 1 is what?
Right starting number down with times 10.
So right starting over down times 10, so 87.3 times 10. That's something or other, we're going to leave it blank, right? Step 2 is what?
Find your prefixes and base units.
So find the prefixes and the base units. How do we do this is by finding the base unit. Find the base unit, we find the prefix. How do we know the base unit? What's the same? I heard some of you saying this. You couldn't find the big N. There's a reason for that. Look here, I have N, M and N. Here I have N. N is the base unit. I don't know if any one of you in here has ever seen this unit before. There's a reason I used it. This is Newton. It's a unit of force. Doesn't matter if you know that or not. So the N means nothing. What we care about is this M. So we're looking at the difference between M, and that's a lowercase m, so that's milli. If you ever have a question about like a prefix or something I'm using, just ask me, okay? Yesterday in 5th period I had like tons of questions, and someone looked at me and they shall remain nameless. But if they get this back to them, it's fine. But they looked and was like, "It's your handwriting." I'm like, "Wow, you just threw that right out there." And thanks for having me this today. Yeah, it ain't the end of the 1st period. So, said it was my handwriting. I'm like, "Geez, great, you just threw that right out there." Like, wham. So we're looking at the difference between milli. And is there a prefix here?
Right.
So we're looking at the base unit. So when you look at the difference between these, what we're going to be doing is step 3. We are looking at the difference, which is what mathematical property?
The exponent value.
So subtract
The prefixes.
We're looking at the exponential values, and we're taking the difference, which is the subtraction. I involved you all 3 in that. I haven't even had a lot of coffee yet. I'm going, baby. Woo. Now, what is the exponential value for milli? If you need to look at the chart, that's fine. Don't be scared to look at the chart.
Negative 3.
So -3, keep the sign with it. We're going to subtract. What's the exponential value for the base unit?
1.
Exponential value. So last column. 0.
You made me think I was wrong the way you stared at me.
No, it's okay. We had that confusion yesterday too. I just want to make sure everybody sees I'm talking that last column. You're okay.
That'd be 0.
Here's the thing, you guys are learning how to read these things and learn how to use these things. Okay,
Maybe
so
it's
-3 minus 0 is
Yes.
-3. Step 4, what do I do?
Multiply by the exponent on the unit.
Yeah, we do. So what I multiply by here?
1.
It's 1, so do I need to do it?
No.
No.
Anything times 1 is itself. So I don't need to do step 4. So let's go to step 5. Step 5 says,
Add exponent on number you start with.
add an exponential value to the number that we start with. Do I start with 1?
No.
So do I do step 5?
No.
No. So it's literally 87.3 times 10 to the negative third.
I'm gonna type that right.
That's an easy one. If you're still struggling and you're not sure about it, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't freak out about it. We're going to be okay. We're just now starting. Now, let's go here to the second one. Second one is harder. I did this to you on purpose. I want to make sure you're following the rules. Take your time, slow it down, follow the rules. Step 1, what do we do?
Write it down.
Write it down. 47.2 times 10, something or another. Leave it blank. We're trying to find the exponent. Step 2, find the prefixes and find the base units. This is so important. I doubt anybody in here has ever seen PA before. There's a unit of pressure called Pascal. I gave this to you on purpose because you do not believe how many kids are going to look at that P and they're going to go peta. That's not peta. What is the same in both of the units?
PA2.
I have PA, PA. Does the PA matter?
No.
No. You do not need to know that it's Pascal. It doesn't matter. I can throw out any unit I want to you. Don't get caught up on, I don't know what that unit is. Well, who cares? You don't need to know what the unit is. They'll do this kind of stuff on the SAT. They'll throw words out there and units and stuff out there that you have never heard before in your life so that when you run across it mentally, you go, oh God, I don't know what that is. Oh God, I'm never going to be able to solve this problem. It means nothing. Follow the unit. It's the same. PA here, PA there. So I'm looking at M and K. Those are the differences. So I'm looking at milli and kilo. Now, we get to the actual conversion. Let's go step 3. Step 3, we find the difference, which is subtraction between the prefixes. So what's the exponential value for million?
-3.
-3. Minus, what's the exponential value for kilo?
3.
3. Now do that mathematical property. -3 minus 3 is
-6.
-6. So we get -6. Go to step 4. Do I need to do step 4?
Yeah.
I need to do step 4. Here's the reason why step 4 is needed. There is an exponent value on the units. So we multiply that by the value of the exponent. So -6 times 2 is
-12.
-12. Listen to me, if you missed that and you didn't get that, don't feel bad and beat yourself up. Again, you're brand new to this. And I'm not moving slow. I got the foot on the right pedal. Better be putting the right foot on the left pedal whenever you're coming through the school zone, or you're going to be the next ones to get pulled over. Step 5. Do I start with the exponential value?
Yes.
Yeah. I start with an 8. So step 5 says I need to what with that? And you add it. So -12 plus 8 is
-4.
-4. There you go.
Right bottom. Right bottom.
That was a hard one.
I came close.
How you feeling?
Great.
Fantastic.
It's not too bad, you just have to learn the.
Follow the steps. You're going to see in here, I try as much as I possibly can to create a systematic approach of rules for you to flow through. If you can do that, you'll do great. Now, I'm ready to throw out like my Mad Daddy trick, but I can't throw that out yet. I gotta get you comfortable with this level first. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you some problems, let you try them, okay? We'll give you two.
We started off with 12 gigograms. It's already on my page.
You woke up this morning and you're like, oh, I'm gonna make sure he puts that back on the board.
You did promise yesterday.
So 12 gigograms equals, did I say how much? What the other year was?
No, we
Got it.
Awesome, we're gonna do micrograms. That right there is not Mr. Hall's horrible handwriting jacking up something. That is a lowercase Greek letter called mu. That is the abbreviation for micro, which is 10 to the negative 6 on your sheet if you want to look at that and refer to that. All you gotta do is put a U whenever you want to write it out. Put a U, put a little funny tail on the front. Okay?
Like that.
I want you to try that one, and I want you to try this one. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to work on these, all right? Solid 2 minutes. Kyla, how long am I giving you?
2 minutes.
Very good. Let's go. Ethan, what I'm asking you to do.
I'll work on that problem.
Very good. Hey Siri, start a timer for 2 minutes. All right, here's what I want you to do now. If you're not finished, it's okay. But what I want you to do, I want you to work in your groups, make comparisons. If you're completely lost and still struggling, that's okay. This is where the benefit of the group comes in. Maybe somebody explaining it to you a different way is going to help you. Okay? So open up. You're going to hear me say this a lot. Drop the pride at the door. Every one of us in this room are going to struggle in this classroom. That includes me, because I'm going to hit a point during this year that I'm trying to get you to understand a concept. And I've presented it in 3 different ways and you're still not understanding it, and it's not your fault, it's mine. I gotta figure out a way to explain it to where it clicks. You're going to struggle. Drop the pride at the door, let it go, have a conversation, be willing to look and say, I'm not sure, can you help me? Okay? I'm gonna give you 2.5 minutes for you to work in your groups to work through this. All right, 2.5 minutes. Peyton, what am I asking you to do?
Work together in your groups.
Very good. Mr. Wilson, how long I give you?
2.5 minutes.
Very good. Hey Siri, start a timer for 2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes starting now.
Everybody good?
Just a little bit.
You guys good?
Yep.
Okay. So, going through these, working through it. So we're gonna write it down. 12 times 10 is something another. Then step 2, we find the base unit. What is the base unit?
Gram.
Gram, the little g. So we're looking at the difference between giga and micro. So let's find the difference. We go to step 3. We find the difference. What's the exponential value for giga?
9.
9 minus the exponential value for micro.
-6.
-6. Now, this is why this is helpful, because here's my terminology I look. Whenever you're subtracting a negative, it's like adding the positive. But I found out, because there was 2 groups of you that was struggling with this part, and I heard the terms that you guys are familiar with. Change, change. So we got negative, negative. That means change, change. Am I saying it right? Going through it okay? So a 9 minus -6 is the same as a 9 plus +6. 9 plus 6 is 15. Go to step 4. Is there an exponent on the units? No, so we skip step 4, go to step 5. Do we start with the exponential value with our number? No, so we no need to do step 5, skip it. 15. So 12 times 10 to the 15th microgram. Okay? Questions there? This is the part we're making sure to check our numbers. Now, we go down to the second one, which kind of caught me off guard because several of you were saying, the bottom one's a whole lot easier than the top one. There's nothing wrong with it. Step 1, write the number down. 16.4 times 10, something another. Step 2, find the prefixes, find the base units. What's the base unit?
L.
L. That capital L is liters. It's a unit of volume. Now, we're looking at the difference between pico and kilo. Whoa. Pico de gallo. Throw that on a burrito. Oh, man. Sorry. Fat guy. You know, it just happens.
It is true.
Pico. What's the exponential? Step 3. Find the difference in exponential values. So the exponential value for pico is?
Negative 12.
Negative 12. Minus the exponential value for kilo.
Positive 3.
Positive 3. So negative 12 minus 3 is?
Negative 15.
Negative 15. Go to step 4. Is there an exponent on the units?
No.
On the units there's not. So we don't multiply, skip step 4. Then we go step 5. Do I start with an exponent?
Yes.
Yes. So I add
Positive.
positive 3 to it. Negative 15 plus 3 is?
Negative 12.
Negative 12. How are you guys feeling there? I have to do something. Mr. Hall no makes snowflakes. Mr. Hall makes strong, knowledgeable, independent chemistry students. No snowflakes. What I'm about to give you is a gift. This is one of my most popular tricks in the world. I use it throughout the whole class. I tell you, I'm trying to trick you. Why? Because if you catch my tricks, guess what? You can't be tricked. Somebody one day had this idea. We have a problem. They took and they looked at a centimeter. By a centimeter. By a centimeter. Mr. Hall, what did you just say? That was confusing, and that illustration up there sucks. That is like the worst drawing ever. Miss Morgan would like have a cow right now looking at that. That is disgusting. Well, I'm not an art teacher. I'm saying it's 1 cubic centimeter. 1 cubic centimeter forms a cube. If we have a cube that is 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter, we have 1 cubic centimeter. But we also have 1 milliliter. Now, this is by far my most popular trick. I promise you, I'm telling you right now, make this look like a 747 Airbus is about to land on your notebook paper. Because I promise you, I'm going to trick you with this. For those of you that have had me before, perfect. 1 cubic centimeter equals 1 milliliter. You have to get this. So it doesn't matter what the problem looks like. Doesn't matter. You can give the most intimidating number on the face of the planet. Well, I say I give you this problem. And here's the thing, this is the part that bothers me. Everybody talks about that I try to trick you, but nobody talks about I teach you the tricks to my tricks. Nobody puts the second part in there. If you have 2,456 times 10 to the 178th power cubic centimeters equals how many milliliters? I'm going to tell you right now how to know that it's a trick. Mr. Hall is a magician. I made a number disappear. We went from cubed units to no longer cubed units. Dead giveaway is when you see centimeters cubed to milliliters and there's no exponent on the end. Stop what you are doing. Don't worry about the rules I taught you. Do what your English teachers hate for you to do. Not ChatGPT, okay? You copy and paste. 2,456 times 10 to 178 milliliters. That's it. I promise you, you look at it right now and you say, I don't get how it's a trick, but okay. I promise you it's a trick. Find one of my former chemistry students and tell them about this. And let them tell you about it. Everybody's so quiet today. Everybody okay? It's like game day. I thought everybody'd be like a little bit more excited today. No? Not feeling it? Woo! Yay! Got like scared or something? Oh my God, what's it gonna do next? You ready? We'll see how you do. All right. I've taught you everything to the metric conversions now. No holds bars. Here we go, man. As I told you, we're going to work some practice problems. We're going to get used to them. I need a sheet. Gotta use a bunch of this. giving you 6 problems. Here's what I'm going to do. On your own, these all came out of my head, by the way. So I don't even know the answers to them. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you 6 problems.
I need all singers to report to the cafeteria. All singers report to the cafeteria in the building, just for about 30 minutes.
We'll give you 8 minutes. Hey Siri, start a timer for 8 minutes.
8 minutes.
How you guys feeling? Good. Okay.
Good.
All right, I will say this, for the most part, I feel like everybody's getting this, okay? Just a couple like little subtle things. I got like a big practice sheet. It's got all this on it too that I'll give you. You'll get it next week. But let's work through these. I am gonna work fast, okay?
I don't have those tricks.
Oh, that's a mistake.
Oh.
Oh my.
Oh.
That's a mistake. That is a mistake on my part, guys.
Yeah.
Thank God. I didn't even know what I was doing. Yeah, we were so confused.
That's a mistake on my part. Don't be scared to ask. Listen, there was my student, the guy that I student taught under my first placement told me, he said the most dangerous thing in the world for a chemistry teacher is coming up with problems out of their head. But we do it every day. So apologize for that. So in the first one, I got the M's, the little M's are the same. So I'm looking at the difference between mega and the base unit. This is a trick here because a lot of people's going to look at that M and want to do milli. Milli's not there. And M, little m by itself is meters, not milli. Okay? So, mega, exponential value for mega is 6 minus the base unit is 0. 6 minus 0 is 6. I don't have any exponent on the units, so I don't multiply, but I do have an exponent that I start with, so I add it. Gives me 12. So 26.8 times 10 to the 12th.
Would it be negative 12? 6. 6 minus 0 is negative 6?
That's
No.
it.
Oh, no.
It's all good. This is why we practice, so we don't mess up on the quiz. Now, going to the next one. The M's are the same, so I'm dealing with meters again. This case, I have nano and micro. Exponential value for nano, negative 9. Exponential value for micro is negative 6. Negative 9 minus negative 6 is the same as the first period. They use terminology I hadn't used before, but I guess it's familiar to you guys. The negative means change.
Yeah, it's stay.
So that's how you
change. So the first number stays what it is. The symbol changes to the opposite, and then the next number changes to the opposite.
So I should start saying stay, change, like that.
Yeah.
That's what's familiar to you guys?
I don't know if I just did 2 negatives, I just made a plus, and then I just.
Well, that's what I just did. I say the negative, subtracting the negative is the same as adding the positive. That's how I did it. But if you guys are familiar with stay, change, that's what we're calling. So negative 9 plus positive 6 is?
Negative 3.
Negative 3. No exponent on the unit, so we do not multiply, but we do have an exponent we start with, so we add
8.
8. Negative 3 plus 8 is?
Yeah.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
All right, the one that Mr. Hall messed up on whenever he wrote the units down and confused the daylights out of everybody. dB is the same. You have no idea what dB stands for, more than likely, but that is decibels. It's a unit of sound. So we're looking at the difference between giga and centi. Exponential value for giga,
9.
centi,
2. Well, negative 2.
negative 2. So we're subtracting negative 2 is the same as stay, change. That's going to take some work. Or changing the sign. There we go. It's 11. No unit, no exponent on the units, so I don't do step 4. Go to step 5. I start with the exponential value. I add negative 12, which gives me negative 1. So 19.5 times 10 to the negative 1. I go over here. I have 12.6 times 10 to the 19 cubic centimeters equals how many milliliters? Whoa! Cube disappeared. What do we do?
Yes.
Bring the 19 back.
Bring 19 over. Copy and paste. Okay? I know I probably did not trick many of you right now. Don't worry. Tuesday is coming. Mr. Hall will get you Tuesday. Next one. 77.0 times 10 to the negative 8 nanoliters equals how many kiloliters? Liters are the same. Looking at the difference between nano and kilo. Nano is
-9.
minus kilo is
3.
so negative 12. There's no exponent on the unit, so no multiplication. But I do start with 1, which is negative 8. Negative 12 plus negative 8 is negative 20. So we get 77.0 times 10 to the negative 20 kiloliters. Then I go to my last one. I got meters are the same, so I'm looking at the difference between hecto and deci. So the exponential we have for hecto is
2.
2. I feel like Hannah right now, like Hannah Mosley. 2. I miss my girl today. Deci. Exponential value for deci is?
-1.
So 2 minus -1, stay, change. Gives us 3. We're at exponential value. 3 times 3 is
9.
9. And I messed that one up too. There should be a 1 there, even though there's not, so that would be 10. You messed up on the last one. What's Mr. Hall's fault? Don't worry about it. Hey, have a great, wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you tonight. Boys, best of luck. Look forward to having a great game tonight. Love y'all. Have a great weekend. Yes.